Yo, what's up, guys? It's Brklyn. A lot of you guys have seen me around performing local shows and stuff like that, but I'm trying to tell you guys a little bit more about me so you know what's good. And you're tuned into GFG TV.
West. This your boy Big Ray West, and you're tuned into GFG TV. Who do we have a pleasure of sitting down with us today?
My name's Brklyn. It's Brklyn on all platforms.
So, Brklyn, you were born and raised in Ottumwa, Iowa.
Yes, sir.
How has growing up there influenced your perspective and your music?
So it's actually pretty basic. Like, I went to high school, college, all that stuff, just had like a pretty normal life, but I faced a lot of adversities. I wasn't very like musically influenced out of Ottumwa, so to speak, but I just kind of like did my own thing, listened to my own music, and just kind of stayed to myself, really. It wasn't until like around 2024 that I really started like making music out of Ottumwa.
Did you go to school in Ottumwa, like middle school, elementary, high school, all that?
Yeah, it was like my whole life up until I was 19. I graduated the first time. I moved to Des Moines, just kind of did health and fitness and all that stuff, but I tuned back into music back in 2024 when I went to college the second time. And I was battling a lot of like substance abuse issues and stuff like that. So music really helped me stray away from drugs and alcohol and helped me more into like a more productive and positive lifestyle.
How would you compare living life in Des Moines to how Ottumwa was? What's the major differences in the cities?
The biggest difference is like there's more stuff to do, and in the music scene it's more diversified. There's more venues, there's more people doing music, so I was able to actually branch out and like make a bunch of friends in the music industry. And I actually started DJing first before anything, which is why I thought it was super cool when I saw you and like I connected on that level.
Absolutely. So it shows that you didn't release music until 2024. What finally pushed you to take that leap, would you say?
I actually had a past relationship, and he was like a bigger artist out of Illinois, and he kind of pushed me to start doing music and stuff like that. Obviously that relationship didn't work out, and it kind of discouraged me to stop making music, but then I said fuck that. I was like, I'm gonna keep pushing on my own path and take what I learned and just kind of teach myself how to make music.
At the time of your first release, you were working on a college degree. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so I went back to school, pretty much left Des Moines, and my parents came and picked me up because I was going through a lot of depression, anxiety, just kind of like was super lost. So I finally asked for help. I moved back to Ottumwa and then moved back in with my parents for a year, and I got sober. And then I was going to school for psychology just for something to do, like for structure and balance in my life. And then I was able to set up my own studio in my parents' bedroom, or in my room in my parents' house, sorry.
Sure.
And then just kind of, that's what I did. Like, I didn't really even focus on school, but I passed. Like, I got my degree, but my main focus was on making music in my bedroom.
How your parents feel about you making music and being in the hip hop and, you know, the grills and tattoos?
Yeah, so that was like a big shock to them, you know. Obviously my mom doesn't want me to have face tattoos,
For sure.
but they just kind of accept me for doing my own thing now. Like, they realize that I'm still gonna be their daughter no matter what. You know, they've actually been to one of my shows at Lefty's.
Hell yeah.
And I had to perform some like pretty crude music in front of them because like you
I
heard.
felt like I was there.
Yeah, the blonde lady and the dude with the beard.
I feel like I was
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So they finally came to support and everything, and it was kind of like uncomfortable for me because I had to perform some like pretty. You've heard my music, So I was just like, you know, whatever, I got to do it. You know, my parents need to see who I really am. You know, so just kind of broke out of my shell a little bit, and they accepted it. So it's pretty cool.
So could you talk a little more about like how was you balancing doing the academics and pursuing the music? Was that an easy thing or?
No, not really. Like, especially when you're still battling depression and you're trying to make art and make music and get a college degree, you know, and like swallow your pride and live in your parents' house in like your late 20s, you know, all that stuff, and going through like a breakup and all this stuff, you know, it wasn't conducive to my ability to make music. But what I did is I went to my therapist and I got academic, what do they call it? It's just academic help, so to speak. So it helped me to be able to like take special action to be able to finish my degree, because I'm not a quitter, you know?
For sure.
So I wanted to do everything. I wanted to do the music, the school, battle addiction, and all of this stuff. So I figured out the only way to do that is to like follow through, you know? Like, it's gonna make me feel worse if I don't, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I pretty much just like hunkered down and just kind of did it all, like without any substances, without any friends, without really anything. I just did it by myself.
So going through all of that and battling, you seem like you've been kind of a jack of all trades as well. You've explored powerlifting, bodybuilding, pageantry.
Right.
You've done a lot. Can you talk about leading up to the point to where you flipped from doing those things back into music?
Yeah, so I kind of wanted to just try everything once, just to prove to myself that I could do it. That's kind of why I did everything. But more so less like when I look back at it, I wonder if like everything I did was a distraction, or like my subconscious telling me that like I wasn't good enough to do music. So I just kind of did everything else that I thought was cool. So eventually, like once I won all my powerlifting meets and, you know, was able to say I did XYZ, then I was just like, all right. Well, it came clear to me in my darkest time that music was it for me. Like music was everything. So once I came to that truth and accepted it, then I was able to fully like express who I am with my look on the outside and like who I am on the inside.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
So can you like recall the specific moment that you realized music was more than a hobby? Like how did it hit you? Like what let you know like, damn, like I gotta do this music. Like I gotta put everything away. You know, this is
Can I be like brutally honest?
Absolutely. This is GFG TV.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to get depressing about anything, but like with depression and stuff comes like suicidal ideation and stuff like that.
Sure.
I watched my brother go through it my whole entire life. So then that finally happened to me. You know, almost lost my life a couple times, whether it was due to substance abuse or just, you know, battling my own mind and demons and stuff like that. So once I almost lost my life for the second time, I was like, damn, I've got more to live for. Or I have to like find something more important to live for that's like bigger than myself. So that's like really what it came down to.
Right, okay.
So pushing through and dealing with the mental health issues, could you feel release with your music now?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people don't know that I actually mostly make like alternative rock music and like indie, lo-fi, like more emotional, slower music. So next month at the Helter Shelter on August 16th, a show that me and Ray are doing, I'm gonna debut some of my rock music that I recorded at Carousel, just so that people know like just how diversified I am. And I think more people can even connect with my alternative music more than just like my rap music. That's just where I ended up at when I came to Des Moines, was in the rap scene, which is cool. Like, check out my rap music, it's fire. But at the same time, I want to just transition fully into the alternative scene, because that's where I'm able to put my heart on my sleeve and really talk to people that are broken and damaged and lost, and just kind of inspire them through that.
I think that would be a really good look for you too.
Thank you. Thank you.
On everything. So experiences like homelessness, substance abuse, family struggles, relationship challenges, you know, how are you able to put that into your art? You know, how would you say, is it easy to put into art, or do you struggle putting that into music? Or
Well, it's actually way easier for me to talk about that stuff now that I've like kind of come to terms with it and like did some soul searching and whatnot. I'm able to I feel better after I make a song like that, where I'm honest about my life and what I've been through.
It's different, don't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be recording a song and I'll be full out crying like during it and after it, you know, like I've been told when people listen to those types of songs, they can actually feel the pain and actually connect with it. I actually just performed one of my original songs called Demon at the new Gas Lamp over there in East Village. So every Monday they do an open mic. So I kind of put my heart on my sleeve and I performed one of my most like sad, so to say, songs called Demon. It's about like substance abuse and suicide and all that stuff, and I performed it and everybody loved it and everybody connected with it. Like people were crying, and that, like, I don't want people to cry, but that's what makes me feel good, is that they're able to like,
it's the connection.
Yeah, they're able to relate, you know, because no one wants to talk about it. No one wants to talk about what they're going through, or it's a sense of shame, pride, or, you know, their family name or whatever, but everybody's got emotions, you know, and I think all emotions are valid. So
when you look back at your younger self, what advice would you give her?
stand up for yourself. Like don't take any bullshit that anybody's gonna throw at you, even if it's your family. People that say they're your friends, a lot of people really aren't your friends. So like, just don't be gullible, stand up for yourself, and stay true to who you are. Don't let anybody tell you who you can and can't be or what you can and can't look like.
What keeps you motivated during the difficult sessions?
Honestly, all the opportunities that I've been given and like how people talk about me, like they hold me on a higher pedestal than I hold myself, but I'm trying to like raise myself to that level, if that makes sense. Like what the vision people have of me, I do feel like it's accurate, but it can be hard to like really believe that about yourself. So whenever I feel like I want to give up, I really just think about all the shows I've done, all of the musical supporters I have, all the opportunities and things like that. And really just because I know I'm talented. Like there's no doubt about that. I think you can be confident without being like arrogant. So there's a huge difference. You know, I'm not arrogant. I believe I'm talented, but I believe I have the opportunity to work with so many talented people that I would be stupid to just like stop right where I'm at.
Your music blends multiple genres rather than fitting into just one category. Mm-hmm. How would you describe the Brklyn sound?
I would say it's like ferocious, if that makes sense.
That's fair as hell.
Like you,
especially the rap.
right, yeah, definitely. I would say it's unique. It's ferocious. It's even when it's dark, like it's still vibey, if that makes sense. Like it's got aura that you can feel.
So you have a lot of influences all the way from Juice WRLD, Trippie Redd, Pair of Shadows, Suicide Boys. What elements of their music relates most to you?
So with Trippie Redd, it's like the raw, like he talks a lot about like the drugs and the alcohol and stuff like that. Same with Juice. So just that like genuine connection there. And then Pair of Shadows is more of like the dark emo type vibes, like a lot of music I make. And then Suicide Boys, it's that trap metal type sound that I try to incorporate into mine. So all in all, they're just all amazing artists that talk about real stuff. So that plus their sounds are all very different and unique.
What non-musical influences inspire your creativity, would you say?
That's a tough one. Non-musical influences. I would say like fashion.
Okay.
Fashion probably. And just like progressing my look personally. It's kind of hard to describe. The more I got connected with music, I know you said not music, but helped me to be able to like finalize my look and my persona. So I would say like I make clothes and fashion and stuff like that. Non-musical. It's such a hard question because like my whole life's based
I think you answered it well.
My whole life's based around music. Like that's my whole thing. So it's just
Good.
So how do you balance your emotional vulnerability and your confidence when it comes to your songs?
Just by being authentic. Like just knowing that I'm not that I don't have to try, but when I make a song like that, it's like it just pours out of me. So just being confident about my past in general and not being ashamed and be able to talk about it, I feel like is a huge part in it.
How has your sound evolved since uploading your first song to SoundCloud?
The first song I uploaded to SoundCloud was I think like October 8th, 2024. And I was actually just listening to it on the way here because I thought you might ask that question. I even like ask people, I play music from the past versus now, and I ask them like genuinely their opinion. It's still just as raw and authentic and beautiful, but definitely like I've progressed so much, and like even recording in a professional studio like Carousel, and just being able to tell the difference between bedroom music and like actual studio quality, like ready to perform music. So it's just cool to see like how far I've progressed and like my capabilities, my professionalism and stuff like that. So
I heard so many good things about Carousel Studios. Could you talk about working over there and working with those guys, Alex and?
Absolutely. So I've only mainly worked with Julian. I can't say it's
with him in Kansas City.
fire. Yeah, I love him. He's a great dude. If you don't know him, check out Julian at Carousel Studios. He will get you right with all of your recording needs.
Shout out Julian.
Shout out Julian.
He's coming next.
He's performing with me with the rock song we did at Carousel next month. So it's gonna be dope. I'm gonna get him up on stage. But to answer your question, that's actually my first time I've been in like a real studio. Like I've had opportunities and stuff, but I never felt like I was quite ready for that. I just kept making bedroom music. But when I first went in there, I can't lie, I was so nervous. I didn't know what to do, even though I know how to work a microphone, but it's just all professional equipment. It's all very like well put together. It's such a vibe, like they're hospitable. They make sure that everybody's comfortable and like you get what you pay for. It's actually really affordable. Like they could charge more for like the quality that they put out. But no, Julian's helped me a lot progress as an artist and believed in me and helped me record and all that stuff. And yeah, like taking me seriously. And that's what I appreciate, being taken seriously.
So when you're in the songwriting process and the creative dig, what comes first for you? Is it the beat, lyrics? Do you have something in your head, an idea?
Usually what I'll do is I'll listen to the beat first and then the lyrics just kind of come to me naturally in my head. Like I'll hear the melody and then I'll just kind of like hum out what I'm gonna write, and then I just write as I listen, and then I create the song. And usually I can do this in about like 10 minutes, like write a song and record it and have like a rough draft. Like it's almost feels like it's like a magical ability for me. And then I look at it afterwards, like, and I'm like, how did I just do that? Like even to this day, like that's how I do it.
Do you write from personal experiences all the time, or is some of your lyrics contributed, imagination thrown in there and embellishment a little bit, or is it all real deal?
So my like more emotional songs, yes, but I think it's so funny because then a lot of my rap songs, I talk about having all this money, about staying strapped and bitches and all this shit, like typical like rap music and whatnot, like kind of with my own spin on it. But yeah, I don't talk from personal experience all the time because I'm not rich and famous. You know what I mean? Right. Hopefully one day, I will be, but you gotta kind of hype up your rap songs like that and add embellishment, you know what I mean? Or people are gonna be like listening to this.
In my opinion, and obviously my opinion is not law and I don't speak for everybody, but I would appreciate a rapper rapping about their real life opposed to what is hot or what they think the people want to hear.
Right, so, right. And I'm starting to learn that. Like my very second song on SoundCloud, it's called Bag Down. Check it out. It's actually got the most views plays out of all my songs. It's still not a lot. It's like 300.
No,
but
dope.
I'm not trying to belittle myself or anything, but I picture myself getting thousands and hundreds of thousands and whatnot. So, but I do have a couple rap songs that are speaking from personal matters and stuff like that. But I don't even know where I learned it to like throw all that extra shit in there. Yeah. But when I do transition back to rap, I will kind of condone more of like a realistic, like, this is my life type stuff.
I think you'll get the respect that you're seeking in rap music if you were to approach it in that fashion.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what song in your catalog is most difficult to write? The process of getting it.
Which song?
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay if I look at my songs real quick on SoundCloud. Okay. So I just have so many songs, so it's a loaded question. Which one was hardest to write?
Like, does any style come easier? Like, is it easier to write the rap lyrics, or is it easier to write alternative music, or is it equal?
It's honestly kind of equal. Yeah. Like the feelings change and like the meaning and whatnot change, and like how I perform it changes. But like when it comes to my like songwriting and lyrical process, it just like, I've always been a writer my entire life. Like I've been to Young Writers Convention. I've always succeeded in English and literature and composition and all of those things. It's like the mathematical side of stuff that I don't understand. Like I can't play instruments, but I can write songs. So, I think that answers the question.
Yeah, it's all good. What song are you most proud of, or what song do you think is ultra special that's in your catalog right now?
It's actually on the CD that I just gave to you.
Okay.
Mischief Mafia Volume 1. I think, is it the first song or is it the third song? check out our Mischief Mafia CDs.
Hello.
It's me, Grim, and Antidote Red. But I start first. It's song number 2. It's called Strangers in Space. So it kind of talks about like the state of the world and how we all just kind of are so cruel to each other and like non-supportive. Everyone's so selfish. But it kind of talks about the concept of how we're just all strangers in space, like floating on a rock, you know, costs nothing to be kind. And how I just want to be happy. Like when people ask me like who I want to be, or like when you're younger and they say, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I would always just say happy. And they're like, well, that's not a real answer. Like, I'm like, how is it not a real answer? Like,
Pure. You know what I'm talking about?
like people, I want to be an astronaut. I want to, all that stuff is cool. But like, I just said, man, I just want to be happy. I spent most of my life unhappy. So, you know, but that's pretty much what it talks about. And it's probably one of my longest songs too, just because like it conveys such a strong and powerful message. And I want people to focus on the lyrics and the music, if that makes sense.
Is it available on all platforms?
I think it's only available on SoundCloud, unfortunately, because I mean, I did make it some time ago or whatever, but I got DistroKid when I joined Mischief Mafia. So that's how I started distributing all my recent music.
It's all good.
What song are you most? Your tracks like Cheese, So What, Cake, I Already Pulled Up, and Good Boy have caught attention. Which one best represents you as an artist today?
I don't know why I only put all of my rap songs. Well, it's because that's all I've performed, but I don't know, probably I Already Pulled Up, just because the concept of that song is like when people are doubting you or like talking about you and stuff like that, or like thinking that you're not going to show up. That's kind of what it's about. It sounds violent. It low-key kind of is. All those songs are whatever. But yeah, just because I show up, you know, I show up and I show out. I show up on my shows. Like if somebody's talking crazy to me, like I won't lie, I am pretty confrontational. Like I will come up to you and be like, are you talking about me type shit? But yeah.
Shit. How do you know when a song is finished? Like when you know the process is ready and it's ready for the world to hear it. How do you know when that process is up?
Pretty much like the technicalities, like mixing and mastering and stuff like that. Or if I don't have any like lyrics to change, you know. And then usually I'll listen to it on multiple different like speakers, like my car, my phone, my headphones, my Bluetooth speaker. I'll have other people listen to it, and then pretty much out of all of that, I decide, yeah, okay, this is ready.
You've stated that every performance that you've done is a career highlight for you. What made your first one a memorable experience?
So it was August probably of 2024, or no, August, whatever, sometime in 2024, I performed at Your Private Bar Services. And it was actually Colby or Grim that invited me to do the show. And it's when I lived in Ottumwa at the time. So I traveled there. And a lot of people, like, for some reason already knew me from some of the songs and whatnot, and they were hyping me up, and they were all excited to watch me perform. People that I had never met before in my life. So that already, like, was a confidence booster. And then I got all kinds of, like, attention and whatnot. People were hyping up my stuff. So I would never forget that. It's what helped propel me to have the confidence to do more shows and things like that.
Beautiful.
How has your stage presence evolved from the first performance?
Oh, I go way crazier on stage. I go way stupider when I'm on stage. Like, I'm not a reserved person in general, like, and being animated and, like, out there and expressing myself, but especially because I didn't know the artist, I didn't know the people, you know, we didn't even have a stage. I was just, which I don't think you need a stage, but I personally am now, like, having a stage to, like, jump around on. But yeah, no, I definitely wasn't as animated or as expressive, you know what I mean? Like, now I'll jump around, I'll do flips, you know what I'm saying? I'll jump into the crowd, like, crowd surf. So yeah, I just gotten more into it, more excited on stage.
What did it mean to you to be invited to join Mischief Mafia at the Helter Shelter event?
It meant everything. Like, I enjoy being an independent artist. We all have our own platforms, our own music and everything like that. But it was so empowering. I felt like I was becoming a part of something bigger, if that makes sense. And it gave me a lot more opportunities too, like, because they've got a name for themselves and everything, a lot of respect, and worked with some really dope ass artists. So it just made me see like an even brighter light at the end of the tunnel.
Tell us about the experience of filming a music video at the Mall of America.
Bro, that was the first time I'd ever been there. And I thought that that was cool. First time being there, like shooting a music video, you know, and we were getting all kinds of attention. We were able to promote our music. People see you being followed around with a cameraman, you know what I mean? Looking fly as hell. And they're like, what's going on? You know, people were asking us questions and all kinds of stuff. And I just got to see a bunch of bougie stores that I've never seen before, like Gucci and Prada. I was holding $3,000 purses that I would never be able to afford, talking about some, this one's nice. Okay, you know what? Hold on to that for me. I'll be back for that. I'm like, I am never coming back for that. But I looked like I don't normally dress girly, but I was wearing like a pink dress, like some stiletto pump, pink boots. Like I looked like I could have shopped at Prada and Gucci. Like it was just fun, like being able to put on this persona and whatnot and go and like prance around, you know what I mean? And like get all of that attention for like music. So it was dope.
Name a wild or state a most memorable moment you've had during a live performance.
Other than having my parents in the crowd listening to music they should not be listening to. I'm trying to think, because I had some amazing shows at Lefties. Probably doing like my mic drop in front of everybody at from ODOT.
There too.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of my progression, which is cool that I get to be interviewed by you. But yeah, probably that. Like I definitely was able to break out of my shell because like I had to do the mic check and then the mic drop and then I performed. So I was on stage for a good chunk of time. Like people like watching me and being like, oh, what's going on? Like doing something professional like that. I'm actually gonna do another mic drop video with him this upcoming week, and I'm gonna do my alternative stuff this time.
Shout out O Hicks, man.
If you need a video done, hit him up. He's got you.
We need O Hicks down here. What do you want audiences to remember after seeing a Brklyn show or a Brklyn set?
I want them to remember how hype I am, you know? Like feel the confidence, love the music, like just being remembered is about like how you present yourself on stage, like, you know, how you connect with them, like that I talk to people that actually care, you know, that it's not just for the attention, that it's for everybody involved.
So we've talked about Mischief Mafia, we've asked a little bit, but could you really talk about like how it has impacted your career and your growth as an artist?
Yeah, I feel like being a part of a collective makes you appear like more of a professional artist, which it can be, you know, it showcases your ability to work with other individuals. That way more people are more amped to work with you because they see you know how to collaborate.
What can fans expect from Mischief Mafia merch and future releases?
Yeah, so I make all of this out of the apartment, like with t-shirt press, Cricut, all that stuff. But I can whip it out super fast. Like this is our second to most recent design. And I sell all kinds of merch like this. So I make new drops all the time. Like all of our stuff is like limited edition. Like and this one too, if you want to come into the camera. Can you show the shirt?
Yep.
This is my newest design. I make them in all different colors, all different sizes.
Sit down. There you go.
Yeah, I was trying to make sure it's straight.
Yeah, so this is the newest one. But
Fire.
yeah, I mean, you just gotta hit me up. If you want something, I can make it custom. I let people give me like their own clothes and I print on them. So there's really like no excuse, you know, to hit me up and get some merch.
You've worked along artists like Grimm, Antidote Red, and Driller Baby. What have those collaborations taught you?
They've taught me how to like get out of my shell, like my range of music, and be able to like do more. Like with Grimm, his beats are insane. He'll send me beat packs all the time.
That's fire.
Yeah, and then I'll just like listen to certain things that I wouldn't normally record on, and then they kind of show me a different way to do it. Or like, you know how you can't really write to certain beats? I feel like now I can write to any beat, like thanks to them. They show me like stuff I would never think to even try.
So tell us the story about how you met each one of them individually, if you could.
So I kind of met Grim and Drilla Baby through like going out and stuff like that, kind of like through the grapevine. We had never really met. We just seen each other like in passing, and through like an old friend that I don't really talk to anymore. But then we all found out that we made music, and then we just started like talking, collaborating, connecting, even when I lived in Atumwa. And then as I started releasing...
So you met them in Des Moines or out there?
I met them in Des Moines,
okay.
And then I moved away, but they stayed in contact with me because they were super intrigued by my music and whatnot. So then, yeah, and then we got back together. I actually started living with them for a little bit, and then we set up a recording studio in his mom's basement in my room under the stairs.
Hell
and then we kept recording more and more and more. And then through them, I met Antidote. Actually, I performed with him at my first show.
Yep.
That's how I met Antidote. And then he thought my shit was super cool. I thought their stuff was super cool. And then over time, I found out that they were in Mischief Mafia. And then they watched my progression with music and then thought that I was ready to be a part of Mischief Mafia.
Okay.
So that's pretty much it.
Looking ahead, which upcoming collaboration are you most excited for and why? And if not a collaboration, maybe something solo that you got cooking.
I'm about to like probably drop 2 EPs. I have these CDs, but they're not mine. Well, they are mine, but I want something that's...
It's not solo. It's
Yeah.
Not,
Yeah. And I've been wanting to drop EPs or CDs just solo for a while, but I just didn't think that I was to the point where I wanted to be. Like, I didn't just want to throw some crap on a CD and be like, here, buy this, you know? I actually want to feel like it's worth purchasing, you know, if that makes sense. So I've got a bunch of unreleased stuff on my phone that I'm about to go through. And then I'm actually going to go to the studio and I'm going to record it. I'm going to do it right. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with recording in your room. If that's what that's what I started off doing. But I'm going to do it professional, and then I'm going to get actual CDs and I'm going to put it out.
So every tattoo has a story and they're very personal. Could you tell us maybe one of yours that means something to you?
I've actually got one. Not a lot of mine have a whole ton of meaning. Just I liked it, thought it was cool, so I got it. But I've got this Jameson bottle on my forearm. It's for one of my best friends that passed away. She OD'd, and that's another reason why that kind of inspired my like sobriety and whatnot. Is that we're losing way too many people to things like that. So I got this matching with my uncle. So every time we see each other, we just clink bottles as like a memory tribute to her.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Rest in peace.
Thank you.
So we mentioned substance abuse a lot. Do you care to mention what any of those were? Or?
So I actually suffer from a polysubstance abuse disorder. I got it diagnosed from a psychiatrist. So it's pretty much like, you want me to go into detail of like what I was doing?
As much as you're comfortable doing.
Yeah. So I mean, it's okay. My parents know all this stuff too. But I was addicted to cocaine, MDMA, acid, mushrooms, like literally anything that you could get your hands on, pretty much. You'll just do it and you'll abuse it all at one time. You know what I mean? Like without fear of death, without fear of anything. You know, I've explored all the psychedelics and whatnot, which I also think is like low-key key to like my depth and how I'm able to, like, not promoting drugs or anything, but so pretty much just anything. And that's one of the reasons why I almost lost my life. So just getting out of that and putting it more into music is definitely what saved me.
How would you say that you've been embraced by the hip-hop community doing rap music?
Just everyone dapping me up, everybody telling me like how talented I am, and even like local rappers willing to like collaborate with me and stuff just kind of shows me that like I am welcome and that I am embraced, you know, like I'm not just some little white girl just doing whatever trying to
Do
like
you ever get anything like that, you know?
I have
disrespect and stuff at venues or at shows or anything?
Actually. And also like they think my hair is cultural appropriation and stuff like that when I'm really just being myself. But I remember I had to try and get the owner of Lefties to kick this girl out at one of my shows just because she was talking all kinds of mad shit and whatnot, and calling me white girl this, white girl that, and blah blah blah.
Right.
Which I've never really like. I'm super open-minded, like anti that, anti everything, anti drama, like anti race issues and all that stuff. So I was like, why are you mad for? I'm literally just here to perform. I'm literally just here for the music. You know what I mean? So yeah, I've gotten it a few times where there's issues in that nature, that I'm rapping or that I look the way I do and the grills and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I really don't care. Like if you don't like me or if you don't like how I present myself or the things I do and say, then you don't have to come to the show. You don't have to talk to me. You don't have to be my friend. Like that's just how I see it.
And how does let me ask, do the tattoos impact your life? You know what I'm saying? Like getting a job or anything like that. How does that affect you having all these tattoos?
Actually, you would be surprised. Like I really thought, I don't work there anymore, but I got hired at a hospital. I was working in a psych ward actually for a few months there. But before I got interviewed, I was really scared. I was like, and I had just gotten all this, the bigger pieces on my face. But I got hired on the spot, but I do have 2 college degrees. I have no criminal background, never been arrested. I have 2 college degrees. I have a really extensive resume. Like,
oh, so you just look like this, you saying?
yeah.
Okay.
No, like, this is really who I am, so to speak. But something I was going to touch on now that you say that is everyone thinks I'm super intimidating and super scary or super like off-putting until they get to know me, and like then the outward appearance would really surprise you. I just want to be bold and expressive, and just kind of like as I got more into music, like the shock value, like I look like an artist. You know what I mean? Like that's a lot of people are like, oh, do you rap, do you do music, or like you look like an artist? And I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I'm going for. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let me ask you this: with the tattoos, were all of those decisions like conscious decisions, or were any of those drug induced? Like
a lot of them. Okay. Yes. Which I try not to have regrets in life. Like I'd be stupid to say I don't have regrets. I have things I would do differently, which I don't consider that really a regret. More so as like a lesson learned. Like my legs. I don't know if you can see in the camera. My legs, I did all of this myself, and a lot of it was extremely drug or alcohol induced.
Yeah.
So I just kind of like, I would get drugged up and then obviously I have my own tattoo machine, but I would get drugged up and just like tattoo the living hell out of myself. You know what I mean? Like I've had to have cover-ups from stuff that like I woke up and didn't even know that I did. And I was like, damn. Like, so then I started getting a bunch of professional tattoos, but like this one on my face that says sad soul in Japanese, I was on a ton of ketamine and I was in somebody's apartment that I had never met before and then just got tattooed. Like, I mean, I think it looks dope. Would I do that again? No. But yeah, that's a good question.
If someone has never heard of Brklyn before, what 3 songs should they start with today?
Definitely Strangers in Space off that CD that I showed before. Probably Demon, because it talks about like the ins and outs and like getting out of the struggle and stuff like that. And then a really good rap song probably be Bag Down, which also talks about, putting the bag down. That's my second song on SoundCloud ever. And I think it has a really unique sound. So you'd be able to get the deep meaning, the rap, the alternative that kind of showcases like everything I can do, really. You can find it all on SoundCloud under BRKLYN !
What does success look like to you now compared to 5 years ago?
5 years ago, how old would I have been? I'm about to be 27. What I would have been 22. Man, my whole life was different then. I don't think I even knew what success looked like when I was 22. Just because I had like failed, fallen, gotten back up, failed, fallen, gotten back up, been homeless. I just was focused on surviving at that point, honestly, which on and off I have been, but success now looks to me like living by your own standards and by your own means, and just kind of like on a grand scale, moving out of the state, performing at bigger venues and things like that, and being able to put on my own shows. That's how I feel like I'll know I've made it, is when I'm able to put on my own shows and like bring artists in and stuff like that.
Where you want to move to?
Any place that has like mountains and ocean. Like if you drive this way and see the mountains, probably like either Georgia or like someplace in Cali or someplace in Florida, or even like, well, maybe Colorado, but I've only been there one time.
Yeah, Denver's sweet as hell.
There's no mountains in Florida and there's no ocean in Colorado.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where I'm
So-
conflicted.
Yeah. But you do have beautiful mountains, and Florida is beautiful. Mm-hmm. It is as flat gets. You'll never meet a flat. You'll never go to a flatter place. It's so flat. I was so surprised when I went there. I was like, dude, people say Iowa's flat. Now Florida is the flattest place I've ever been in my life.
I just can't really handle the heat, so I don't know how I would make that transition. I'm like a vampire in the daylight.
Northern California, probably.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's like super like artistic up there too.
San Jose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just want to be like where the art is. Like you'll never meet bigger supporters of your music and your art than people you don't know. Like it's crazy. I like, that's another reason why I want to get out of Des Moines. Like, no disrespect, but I feel like a lot of people know of me or like know who I am, you know, but they don't know who I am. And I feel like I've kind of reached that like maximum capacity of, you know what I mean? Like I'll continue to perform and stuff like that and like show respect to my fans, but it's like I want something so much deeper than that, you know, like more connections and whatnot.
So just tell them who you are in the music, put it in the lyrics. You know, you can do that.
Yeah.
If your music helps one person through a difficult time, what would you want them to take away from it?
That giving up is not an option, you know? Like for me to be able to express everything I've been through and like talk about it through my music, hopefully they'll know how difficult that is, and that if I'm able to do it, then you're able to do it.
Already.
Let's talk about anything upcoming. You said that you had the Helter Shelter show coming up.
Yes.
Can you link that? When's the date of that?
Show the flyer right here. It's August 16th, 2026 at 7 p.m.
Blood out.
So you contact the artist for the address and tickets. They're only $10. You can also scan this QR code and get them, or you can hit me up on Instagram _BrklynLee_
Beautiful.
18 plus. So yeah, it's sponsored by Mischief Mafia, and I'm actually headlining.
Uh-oh.
That's me right there.
Uh-oh.
This is my big moment.
That's badass.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a long time coming, or like it's felt like 10 years in the making when it's only actually been 2. So if I've made it this far, I can only imagine like where I'm gonna be in 10 years. Because I refuse to quit this. Like I've failed at a lot of things, which is normal. You know, they say if you're not failing, then you're not trying hard enough. But I really just have like a good feeling about this specifically. Like I've never felt this way about anything other than music, and it saved my life multiple times. So I almost feel as though like I owe my life back to music.
All right, I got 2 questions for you.
Hit me.
So the first one, what Des Moines artist would you say influenced you or helped you along the way? I know you mentioned a couple, but let's talk a little more about, you know, some of your Des Moines influences musically.
So Mula Corleone, I think he's got so much swag. His music is amazing. His stage presence is awesome. I remember seeing him perform a few times before I was like a little bit bigger or well known, and I was always like, dang, I want to perform with him. Like I want to make a song with him. I think our styles would be super dope. So I've accomplished that. We have a couple songs together. They're not released yet. We just performed for the first time on July 4th at a little house show for Mausoleum Money Gang. But other than that, like the biggest one in Des Moines has been Antidote Red and Grimm, obviously. But when I stayed with Antidote 2 there for a little bit, and we just spent countless hours in his studio, in his bedroom, and he was helping me like record, export, mix and master, showing me like how to actually work on like the MIDI keyboard and stuff like that, and make beats and everything. So, and he definitely like helped me through a really hard time too, and bringing me up and showing me like what's really important, plus skills with music. So he's definitely like probably the biggest one.
Yeah. And then second, we're gonna do it basketball style.
Okay.
You're the head coach.
Okay.
Okay, and you need 5 starters from the state of Iowa, musicians, rappers, singers, whatever. You need a team of 5 to compete with anybody musically. Who is your starting 5?
Grim, because he's an amazing artist and producer. He could do anything. He can even freestyle, like, which everyone thinks it's so easy to do, but it's not. So, Grim. And then actually K9 here, my boyfriend.
Yeah.
He's an undiscovered hidden talent. He's got some music with me and he's performed with me a couple of times, but he's gonna put himself out there. So him, Grim, Desi X.
Shout out Desi.
Shout out Desi. I've got some unreleased music with her too, and she's one of my good friends. Yeah. So I don't even need to explain that one. You.
West.
Yeah, definitely you. Man, who am I forgetting?
One more.
Mula.
Baby.
Why wouldn't I say Mula? Obviously, it's like I'm a little bit biased. You know what I mean? Like, I think everybody's talented, but if we could all go right now and we had to win a competition, like, I feel like 100% we could.
Hell yes. Yeah, y'all heard it.
So through some of the questions we've asked, we've heard about some of your hip hop rap influences. What about some alternative music influences?
That's a good question.
I'm gonna sound like such an emo girl here. I would say like Foo Fighters, Evanescence, Paramore, kind of like more like lo-fi, like Tame Impala and things like that, which I don't know if you'd consider that alternative. Who else? Alice in Chains and like genres like that. Nirvana, anything that's like more like deep and like emo or grungy, whatever you would call that genre of music. Metallica for like my metal stuff. Definitely.
Okay, what restaurants in Des Moines would you recommend? You know what I'm saying? Where's the fire spots?
Restaurants in Des Moines?
Yeah. Maybe not even in Des Moines, Iowa, period. You know what I'm saying?
Well, since I don't really get out much or get to travel much, I'll just talk about Des Moines food.
Okay.
I really like Asian and like Japanese food. So have you been to Sakari?
That's on Ingersoll.
Yeah.
I hear a lot about it though.
You need to go to Sakari. Oh my God, you will thank me. I used to work there for like almost 2 years and whatnot, and I learned how to roll sushi and all kinds of stuff. But they've got the best steaks, the best sushi. Like, he knows I love going to Sakari. My parents are coming on the 22nd. They're like, where should we eat? And I'm like, can we go to Sakari? Like, it's just kind of expensive. Yeah, it's fire. Yeah, they got the
sushi guru. I love sushi.
Yeah,
so,
same.
Yeah, it slaps. It's good. One of the best in town.
Then there's Cool Basil, which is another Asian spot. Cool Basil, Thai flavors on Ingersoll also is fire. Then there's this one like Mediterranean place on Ingersoll. Eatery A. Eatery A is fire if you haven't been there. Also a little pricey, but you know, if you're willing to throw some money towards some good food, then that would be a good place.
Treat yourselves.
Exactly. Yeah, those are probably like some of my top spots that I would like always go.
Okay, y'all heard it right there, man. Y'all heard it right there. What do you want the Brklyn legacy to be when people look back on your career years from now?
That I was a boss ass bitch. That I That's the first thing that came to mind. Like
From the heart.
Yeah, that I can cuss, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that I was a boss ass bitch that never backed down, that never gave up, that inspired people, you know, like I want people to want to be like me. And that's how you know that you're a good person, you know?
Can dig it.
Type shit.
And once again, let's hit everybody with your links so that it's fresh in their minds. Where can people find your music, and where can people find your collaborations, Mischief Mafia?
Facts. You can find my music at BRKLYN exclamation mark. That's on all platforms. It's on this sheet of paper. The BRKLYN exclamation mark. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, everything. SoundCloud.
Went the wrong way.
Nah, you're Gucci.
No, we're good now.
So yeah, Brklyn.
Beautiful.
YouTube. There's some on YouTube too. Just wherever.
We appreciate you. Thank you for sitting down with us here at
Absolutely.
GCV.
Yeah, no, thank you guys. It's an honor. For real.